All right, our participant count is going up, which is super exciting. I'm going to get started here. Welcome, everyone, to the National Beta Club Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. Each will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution and will be around for the entire session to answer your questions. My name is Chelsea, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so panelists cannot see or hear you. However, you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type questions to them at any time. This is one of many sessions that have happened over the course of the evening, so you can check that schedule, or you can go to strivescan.com/nationalbeta to find all of the video recordings. Without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to the University of Louisville to kick things off.
All right, thank you. All right, good evening, everybody. My name's Scott Smolk. I'm Assistant Director for Regional Recruitment. So I'm a regional recruiter, not located in the University of Louisville, but I oversee all of our out-of-state recruiters. I am actually located in the Chicagoland area. So University of Louisville is a vibrant, diverse campus about 3 miles south of downtown Louisville. So we're not a city campus. You know where campus starts, you know where it ends. We have about 11,300 undergraduate students on campus, and about 55–60% of those students are living on campus. Our total enrollment, though, with our medical school, dental school, law school, other graduate programs, part-time and online, is a little over 23,000. So to some, we're a mid-sized school. To others, we might be large. To some, we might even be small. But the nice thing about us is we're a tight-knit, diverse group. Average class size 25 students. We have 12 schools and colleges with over 200 plus degree programs for you to choose from. Some popular majors: business, nursing, engineering, sports administration, criminal justice, psychology, education, to name a few. On campus, we have a little over 400 different student organizations and clubs to get involved with. Intramurals are really popular on campus as well, along with club sports. And then we're a proud member of the ACC conference with over 23 men and women's sports programs competing. Like I mentioned before, we have just over 11,300 students on campus for our undergraduates. So not too big with that average class size of 25 students, 13-to-1 student to teacher ratio though. So again, larger class or larger campus, but smaller class sizes. So availability to get to know your professors, get to know other students in your classes, be able to ask questions, not really sitting in that lecture hall setting. Again, a lot of activities on campus for our students with those student clubs and organizations, including Greek life as well. And where we're at is really important for our students. So we are pretty centrally located to a lot of great cities: Chicago, Indianapolis, Nashville, Cincinnati, to name a few. This is great for our students when they're trying to find those internships, those jobs, and then just finding those students from all over the country that are coming to our campus. We do have students from all 50 states, but these are some of those areas where our out-of-state students, that population is a little bit larger. Like I mentioned before, we have over 200 degree programs to choose from. If you don't see something on our list of majors to choose from, you can create your own major with our exploratory arts program, which is really nice. So sometimes students know a career path that they want to go to, but they don't see that specific major listed. We're able to take classes from different programs and different colleges and build that major for you to help you meet those goals that you have, whether that's a career or going on to graduate school after undergrad. These are just a few of where our students are getting those internships and jobs after campus. We had a little over 7,500 students last year participate in some sort of internship and co-op. Some of those co-ops are built into our program, specifically our engineering program. Engineering students will spend 3 semesters working a co-op, and we work with over 600 companies worldwide. So you see some big names on here, but we also work with some smaller local companies as well. So our students are really getting that real life experience through their internships and co-ops. We do have a strong honors program with a little over 1,400 students participating. Class sizes are capped on those for all of those seminars classes at 25 students. Great opportunities for study abroad. We do have a living and learning community for our honors students as well. Application deadline for the honors program is December 15th. It is test optional. Again, study abroad, we go to about 75 different countries across the globe. Great opportunities for students to choose full semesters, full years, summer terms, even research projects with some of our faculty and staff. On campus, we have a lot of resources for our students. We have dedicated career centers to business and engineering, and then 2 other career centers for the rest of our campus, of our Culture and Equity Center, REACH. So that's where you're going to find your tutoring, your math labs, your writing labs. We do have disability resource centers and counseling centers as well. All of those are free of charge to our students. Applying to U of L is really simple. We have our own Take Flight application on our website. We are also part of the Common App. There's a $30 application fee, but we do waive that with students that are on free or reduced lunch. All we need is your official high school transcripts to review, and we will get you a decision. We do encourage students to submit their test scores because it might help you towards scholarship or waiving placement exams later on, but test scores will never hurt you. So if you're not really sure if you should submit them or not, always submit them because they will never hurt you. We will be test optional for the fall of 2025 as well. This is a little bit of cost right here. You can see our in-state living on campus is a little over $24,000, and our out-of-state students is a little over $40,000. But we have some great admission awards, admission-based scholarships for both our in-state and out-of-state. Our out-of-states are based off of where you're living. So regional scholars, we have a specific regional area. Border benefit students, you're lowering your tuition, your out-of-state tuition to the in-state level upon admission. For our in-state Kentucky residents, we have a number of admission-based scholarships along with competitive and mentored scholarships that you see on the screen there. Again, deadline for those mentored scholarships is December 15th. Again, thank you very much for having me tonight. We do have campus visits from Monday through Saturday, twice a day, most of the time throughout the year. You can see our websites there, social medias. Again, go Cards.
Awesome, thank you. Next up, we have Western Kentucky University.
All right, 1 second, let me share my screen. All right, well, thank you so much for having me tonight, everyone. My name is Chris Storath. I'm the admissions recruitment specialist at Western Kentucky University. We're located in South Central Kentucky in Bowling Green. We are just about an hour north of Nashville, Tennessee, about an hour and a half south of Louisville, so right there on that I-65 corridor. Right now, we're at about 15,000 students, so kind of a medium-sized institution, but we do try to keep our class sizes as small as we can. On average right now, about 24 to 25 per class. Could be a little more, a little less, just depending on the class that you're looking to take. But Bowling Green is actually one of the fastest growing cities in Kentucky. I believe we're third now, just behind Louisville and Lexington. So there is a ton to do in the Bowling Green area as well. And our campus is actually named a Safe Community of America. We're only one of about 4 schools in the nation with that accreditation. So it just goes to show the lengths that we do go to here at WKU just to maintain everyone's safety on campus. For example, all of our residence halls are locked 24/7, and they're always staffed at the front desk of our residence halls by a student or professional staff member. Now, in terms of housing, we do typically require you to live on campus for the first 2 years. Now, you can live on campus for all 4 years that you're here at WKU, but at least for those first 2 years, we do have that live on requirement. But we do offer a lot of different styles of residence halls. We have anywhere from community and pod style living, where most of our first year students do live, to suite style, hotel style, even apartments on campus. Most of our first year residence halls will encompass what's called our living learning communities as well. These are mostly based upon your academic majors, but we do have some interest-based LLCs as well, such as one for ROTC, one for LGBTQ students as well. So several different interest-based living learning communities on campus as well. Right now, we're just over 350, almost 400 registered student organizations on campus. There is something out there for literally everyone, whether it's Greek life, service, or honors-based organizations. There's clubs tied directly to our majors, intramural sports. There's something out there for everyone. So definitely get involved on campus right away, very first semester. In terms of our athletics, we are a Division I school. We're in Conference USA. The great thing about our on-campus athletic events, they are free admission for all of our students. All you have to do is show your student ID right there at the front gate, and you get right in. It is a ton of fun to go to the games, especially around homecoming time. We make like a week-long ordeal about it. There's a parade at the end of the week. It's so much fun. But yeah, any of our athletic events on campus are free admission for our students as well. Now, in terms of our academic majors, right now we're at about 150 majors across the board. So there is a ton to choose from. Some of our more popular majors are our teacher education programs. We were actually founded as a teachers college. So if you're wanting to teach, there's definitely, you can do that at any level from elementary on here at WKU. We have our nursing program, and for nursing, we actually partner with the Med Center in Bowling Green, and we have our nursing complex located right on the hospital campus. So our nursing students get a lot of hands-on experience in that regard, shadowing doctors at the hospital. We have our business majors such as marketing, finance, accounting, business management, entrepreneurship. Our Ogden College of Science and Engineering will house our three big engineering programs: civil, electrical, and mechanical engineering, as well as our SkyTeach program for those wanting to teach high school science or math. And we have the Potter College of Arts and Letters. This will cover probably the widest array of majors that we do offer, anywhere from the liberal arts such as history, social studies, and English, all the way to broadcast journalism, sports media. Our visual arts and graphic design programs will fall under that as well. Now out to the side right there, you may see the Mahiran Honors College. Any major across the board is eligible to be a part of our Mahiran Honors College here on campus. So if you're used to taking those honors, AP, or even dual credit classes in high school, I highly recommend looking into becoming a part of our Mahiran Honors College. Think of that as just more of like an honors track for your major. For our application admission process, it's pretty simple. There's actually two ways you can apply. One is just directly through our website, and the other that we just got onto this past year is the Common App. So we are on the Common App as well. But for our application process, if you go to wku.edu and just click that apply button, that'll take you directly to our admission application. It takes about 15-20 minutes to fill out, so nothing too crazy. We don't require any essays or letters of recommendation to apply. The main thing we will need with your your application is your high school transcript. So we typically look for about a 2.5 or above unweighted high school GPA. So if you're at a 2.5 or above, we are test optional for admission. If you are a little bit below that, that's totally fine. You can still be admitted with a 2.0 or above. We'll just ask for a test score if you're between that 2.0 to 2.49 range. Now, it is a $50 application fee, but we do offer about 15 or 20 different fee waivers as well. We offer fee waivers for free reduced lunch, Medicaid, SNAP, a lot of different fee waivers in that regard to have your fee waived. My name's Chris Storath. I'm the admissions recruitment specialist here at WKU. And thank you so much for allowing me to speak to you tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next up is Transylvania University.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Annie Wilder. I'm an admissions counselor from Transylvania University. Thank you guys for having me. And so nice to meet you guys and be with you. Usually when I'm meeting with a student, it's usually one-on-one, and I like to ask, how are you feeling about the college transition? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Maybe a little bit of both. Totally fine. I have been there, believe me. I'll start with a little bit about Transy. We were the first college founded in Kentucky, 16th in the nation. We're what's known as a liberal arts college, which basically means while students will have like their specific majors, if there's a subject that they're interested in and they would, like to explore that, we're going to encourage them to do that. For example, if we had a biology major that was interested in creative writing, we would encourage them to take a couple classes. We are a small school. Our overall enrollment is just around 1,000 students, so we are really small. This allows our student body to get to know each other really well. Our professors get to know each other really well. The average class size at Transy is just 15 students. So if you like to engage in small class discussion, hang with your professors after class, ask those questions, that's totally encouraged. The biggest class size you'll ever be in at Transy is around 25 students. So if you're taking, some of those gen ed courses, maybe a subject that's unfamiliar to you, you still have the ability to, raise your hand and say, I don't really understand what's going on, help me. We currently offer 48 different majors. This is a little outdated, but we offer 48 different majors, some of the most popular being business, pre-med, pre-law, psychology, education. Those are all very popular. Our business program has actually been split into 4 different majors now. We have business admin, finance, marketing, hospitality and tourism. And then of course for pre-med or pre-law, those aren't particular majors, but for pre-med you could study bio or chemistry. And then for pre-law, you could study something like history or English or political science. Also, if you're not sure what you're going to study in college, totally fine. You are not required to declare a major at Transylvania until the end of your sophomore year. So you have a lot of time to think about what it is that you would like to study. Our students are clearly succeeding. Within 6 months of graduation, 95% of students are either employed or enrolled in grad school. Last year, 100% of students that applied with recommendation to law school were accepted, and 90% of our students that applied with recommendation to medical school were accepted. And those statistics tend to hover around there. So we're super proud of that. If that doesn't show you, how hard our students are working, the education that they're getting, I don't know what else will tell you. We also have a very extensive alumni. We have people here in Lexington, Cincinnati, New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago, that have graduated from Transy. And when they're hiring, whether it's for a hospital or a law firm or, any kind of business, and they see, this person went to Transylvania, they're going to know the kind of student they were. They're going to know what kind of worker they will be because they went to Transylvania. As you can see, our institution's really active in Lexington. 90% of our students are involved in community service, which is a huge part of our Greek life as well. All of our Greek life organizations have an element of community service to them. Also, Transy really embraces the fine arts on campus. We have a student choir. We have theater. You are not required to be a music major to be in the choir. You're not required to be a theater major to be involved in theater. Again, liberal arts. We want our students to be able to experience all kinds of different things. We're not going to try and bar them from any of those experiences. So now, what may be, the most important part of our presentation here is scholarships. Just by applying and being accepted to Transylvania, you will automatically qualify for these scholarships, which is what we called our academic merit scholarships. And we base these around test scores if you choose to submit them. We're also test optional, weighted GPA, the types of courses that you're taking in high school, whether they're dual credit, accelerated, honors, anything like that. And then extracurriculars, if I haven't already said that. So we take all those things into consideration, and these scholarships range anywhere from $12,000 a year to competitive scholarships for full tuition. We do also take SAT scores. They're just not reflected on these charts. But yeah, so that's a little bit about what our scholarships look like. And then as for our application, it's a pretty standard application window. It opens in August. It's a free application. You can fill it out online on our website or use the Common App. It opens in the first week of August, and then we have two what we call early action deadlines. The first being October 31st, really leaning into the spooky branding with Transylvania. And then the second deadline being, or not deadline, the second date being December 1st. And those days just really exist, to try and motivate students to get materials in quicker. For admission, you're not required to submit an essay. You're not required to submit a letter of recommendation. We've tried to really streamline the process as much as possible. Thank you guys for letting me talk with you all, and good luck with your college decision. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Next up is Wittenberg University.
Hi, my name is Linda Beals. I am a counselor at Wittenberg University, and I'm going to attempt to share my screen here. Let's see what it does. It's not doing. Are you seeing my screen? Are you seeing my computer desktop?
We're seeing PowerPoint.
You are? Okay, great. Okay, let me get this started. Well, welcome to Wittenberg University, but I am a regional representative, a regional counselor. I'm actually in the state of South Carolina, and so I'm going to bring Wittenberg to you through a PowerPoint presentation. Wittenberg is located in Springfield, Ohio. We are a small liberal arts school. Our campus is a 120-acre campus. We are a historic campus started construction in 1845. We have approximately 1,300 students on campus that range, students all over. Our international student population is starting to increase post-COVID. And our profile of our average student comes in with a 3.5. We are test optional. So our students aren't required to submit test scores, and I'll show you on our scholarship grid the slide where it may benefit you to submit test scores. Our diversity, 22% students of color, and 91% of our students reside on campus. So we are a residential campus. We are not a commuter-based school. It is a requirement to live in the residence halls for 2 years, and then you can move into off-campus housing, and we'll get into that in a minute. Success is huge at Wittenberg. It should be huge on any campus, that we are all focused on the success of you, the students. We want the students to have a wonderful experience inside and outside of the classroom, but in the classroom, we support and bolster our students by our amazing Compass Suite Success Center, where students can go if they need maybe just some help with time management. Maybe they need tutors. Tutoring is free. Maybe they have an IEP in high school and they want to carry that forward to Wittenberg. We can do that. So we have a success advisor that's assigned to every student when they arrive on campus. They stay with you for the first year, as well as your academic advisor in your major. Or if you're undecided, you also have an academic advisor. Anybody in a pre-professional program will have an additional pre-professional advisor that will guide them through the process of applying to those grad school programs or med school, law school, and assist with the requirements needed and the letters of recommendation, etc. We have a first year seminar that students take their first semester. So that highlights, it's an elective class. It's a 4-credit-hour class. It's about 3/4 of academics and 1/4 of how to Wittenberg and how to Springfield, Ohio. So you learn history and traditions of both. We have a diversity center. Math and Writing Center and Language Center are also very, very popular and well used. And Weaver Chapel, we are an evangelical Lutheran college. We're affiliated with the Evangelical Lutheran Church of America. Students, we've changed our what we used to call general education requirements to our connections curriculum. It's very learning outcome based. We also have an honors program. It is an honors, you would take 2 honors only classes, some other classes that are honors but are contained within the regular curriculum. You have a thesis or a capstone project to do, and you would graduate then with university honors. You're automatically given that opportunity to be in the honors program if you rank and are awarded our provost or our presidential scholarship. We have co-op programs in physics where you're 3 years at Wittenberg and 2 years at another school, also in forensic science, and a couple other additional programs. First-year students can also do mentored research with faculty members. At Wittenberg, a faculty member can't do a research project unless they involve the students. So that is one of the rules. Faculty-student ratio, small classes, class sizes, 20. It's not uncommon to some of the schools you've already heard about. We have an 11-to-1 faculty-student ratio. At Wittenberg, we believe health and safety are very important to the college experience. We have counseling, 3 full-time counselors, 3 grad assistants for our student population of that 1,300. On-campus health center staffed by 2 nurse practitioners, 60 hours a week. We are affiliated with the Springfield Regional Hospital. We are also very into the arts, athletics, Greek life, student organizations. We believe in civic engagement by studying, doing community service, study abroad and study away programs. And of course, our alumni are very involved in our students and placement in the career. There's our tuition, scholarships, scholarship opportunities, 17,000 to 30,000. And we just ask that you apply using the Common App or the WIT app. Send us your transcripts. Finish the FAFSA, which has been a fun process this year, and submit your deposit. Go Tigers.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Oklahoma Wesleyan University.
Hi, I am Chantal Sheets from Oklahoma Wesleyan University. My slideshow is on my other screen, so this will be fun. We are a Christian university. We're part of the Wesleyan Church. A lot of people haven't heard of the Wesleyan Church, but it is a branch off of John Wesley. He started the Methodist Church and the Wesleyan Church, and so we are affiliated with the Wesleyan Church. We are a smaller university. We have about 600 students, undergrad on ground, and like big hits are our top programs are nursing and business. We are one of the top programs in nursing in the United States, and our business is one of the top in the state of Oklahoma, with our graduates having high success rates. Our student teacher ratio is about 1 to 9 in your major classes, and so it's definitely small enough to get to see a part of who we are here. We definitely want our students to know that we care about them, that we're here for them, and our faculty does a great job of that. We're a very involved campus. We have a lot of student activities on ground. Our professors are very involved in the students' lives. They take great care of them. They're always there and ready to help out. Our majors we have here are listed, kind of all of our majors other than nursing and business. We are a top exercise science pre-program. And so we have the undergrad for exercise science before you go in to grad school. We have a 100% success rate getting into grad schools with our exercise science program. And another one of our bigger majors is education. We have an agreement with a local public school that any one of our graduates is guaranteed a job in their public school, because our graduates are coming out at high quality and they want them teaching in their schools. 2 years ago, not this past year, but the year before, the National Teacher of the Year was an Oakwood grad. And so our students are getting quality educations and are highly sought after graduation. To get into Oklahoma Wesleyan University is you just have to have a high school unweighted GPA of 2.3. Where no essay is required, we're test optional, there's no application fee. And so it is one of the easier ones to get into. Scholarship wise, we have our biggest scholarship that we offer is our Presidential Leadership Scholarship. And it's $11,000, and then our Dean's is $10,000, and all of those can be stacked with academic scholarships. And we have other scholarships available. We have music scholarships. We have scholarships if you are homeschooled, or if you are in a private Christian school, you get a scholarship for continuing on your education in a private school. We have scholarships for lots of things. Like we can help you when it comes to money. I know when we look at our cost price, it's a big number there at the bottom. That $43,962 is a big number, but that's all of our cost and fees. Everything is in there. There's no hidden fee. You get to see it all up front, and we can really help you get that cost down. We want our students here. Some of our other scholarships is if you are a ministry student, if you're studying ministry and you want to go into ministry, you get 75% off tuition. And then if you're a ministry dependent, so your family is either involved in a church or involved in a missionary, you can get up to 50% off tuition if coming to Oklahoma Wesleyan. Our president really believes that people in the mission field, he doesn't want to put in debt, and he knows they don't get paid a lot, so he wants to make a quality education affordable to them. That is kind of all I had about who we are. I did it a little bit quicker than my 6 minutes, I think. But if you have questions, there's my contact information. I'd love to talk you through it. Some fun facts about us: our nursing program is a 3-year program. Unlike most programs, they're 2 years. Ours is a 3-year. It gets you a little more time in the nursing setting. You get more clinicals that way. You get more time in our simulation lab. And then we have disaster days on campus, which are super fun days for me because I get to act like I'm been in a horrible tornado, and the nursing students have to come triage, and it gives them that hands-on real life experience in the middle of chaos. And so that is something that we really try is hands-on experience. We're really great about getting internships in any field that you would want to get an internship. We kind of really believe a quality education, a connection to who you know, and experience in the field you want is what gets you jobs. And so those are the 3 things that we try to get. Our business department is great at that. We know, especially in the business world, connections and experience are key. We also offer game development and cybersecurity and data analytics and computer science, our 4 newest majors that we've added to our list of majors. At the end of that, they have a portfolio that they build up, and it is ready to go and send to employers to show, hey, here's what I can do. Here's what college taught me. I'm ready for the real world. We also do have an honors college. So if you are looking for a little more academic focused. You can join our honors college. They have their own common room that they go to. Our honors teacher says it's kind of like Hogwarts, where they have their own little homeroom that they go to that is just for them. That's where they take their classes together. They also do field trips together. We are 40 minutes north of Tulsa in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. And so there is a great off-Broadway that comes to Tulsa. So they'll take them there to experience some things. They just just want to get them experience doing some more cultured things that they enjoy doing. I don't think I have anything else, so I'll stop there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All
Can't
right,
stop
and Southern
sharing.
Arkansas University is next.
I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Oh, there we go.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Okay, thank you. Okay, so my name is Brooke Connie. I am a regional admissions counselor for Wesleyan University. I am located in DFW area, but we obviously have our counselors on campus, and depending on your location will depend on who you have as your admissions counselor. So Southern Arkansas is located in Magnolia, Arkansas. It's about an hour past Texarkana and an hour past Shreveport, hour and a half past Shreveport. Our enrollment is a little bit over 5,000, but that does include grad and undergrad. Student teacher ratio is about 15-1, so it is again a smaller school, which is nice. It gives you a good opportunity to get to know your teachers and get to know your classmates. We are at NCAA school competing at the Division II level in the Great American Conference. So that includes Oklahoma and Arkansas schools in that. We have 16 sponsored NCAA sports. So we do have 4 colleges. Our Rankin College of Business, really good opportunities in that College of Business for study abroad opportunities and internships within that. And then within our science and engineering, ag is another big draw to our university. So ag and business are 2 really common things for us. And within our ag, there's a lot of good opportunities for internships again within that. And then nursing is another very common major that we do offer. We did have 100% pass rate on the NCLEX this past fall. So very competitive nursing program in the state of Arkansas. And we do have over 80 different majors, so there should be something that would find an interest to you. This is just a picture of our scholarship card. We do offer in-state tuition for border states as long as you live on campus and you're a U.S. citizen. So tuition for 15 credit hours usually runs about $3,600. And we are a public 4-year institution as well. We do have 17 different housing options for you, as well as different dining options. So we do have a Tacos for Life that opened up in the fall. So we're really excited about that. Besides, I think it's a Ouachita Baptist. Us 2 were the first 2 to get Tacos for Life on campus. So big moment for us. We do have Panda Express, Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, and Subway as well as our dining hall. As I mentioned earlier, we do have 16 NCAA sponsored sports. We have club sports and we have intramurals as well. So those are some interests to our students, like fishing, disc golf. Those are some common things as well. This is our Mule Rider athletic contact sheet. So if you would be interested in either trying to try out for a team or try out for a performance contact, these would be individuals that you can contact in order to get in touch with them to talk about opportunities that might be available. As mentioned, with all the other schools, we do have Greek Life. We have all types of different student organizations. So there is something for everyone, as was mentioned at another school. But yes, we try to keep you very active. It is a smaller school and a smaller community. Population in Magnolia is a little bit over 11,000. So as I said, it's kind of a smaller school. So we try to keep you busy and give you opportunities on campus for that. So we do a good job about keeping you busy when you can. So. And if you ever wanted to come to us, we do personalized tours. So whatever you want to see and whoever you want to meet with, we'll set that up for you. Our admission criteria is a 2.3 GPA or a 16 on the ACT. Your application is free. So if you are interested, I always just say go ahead and apply because you're not going to be out any money if you decide not to come to SAU. And we do not have an application deadline. So anyways, I think I covered everything that we have at SAU. My name is Brooke Conley. If you need to get in touch with me, my email is bnconley@saumag.edu. But if you go to saumag.edu, you can find anyone in our admissions team and they'd be glad to help you as well.
Awesome, thank you. All right, at this point, I'd like to welcome everyone back on the screen. We can hear from you one more time. I am going to pose a question here and we'll go back around round robin style and hear what you have to say. So the question is, what is one piece of advice you would give students who are going through the search process either now or in the near future? And University of Louisville will start for us.
Yes, I think the biggest thing is staying organized, and I think one of the best ways to do that is creating a separate email address from either your high school email address or your personal email. Create one that you're going to use strictly for colleges. So when you fill out information cards or you fill out your information on StriveScan and you go to the fairs and have your QR code scanned by the different admission counselors, all that information is going to one email that you know is strictly for college purposes. That way, as you're going along in the process, if you decide that school might not be for you, you can start moving those to the junk folder and then still focus on those those emails from those colleges you're still looking at. That way you can stay up to date on any application deadlines, any items that you're missing from your application, scholarship deadlines, what you need to submit for those scholarships, visiting, all of that stuff. So staying organized, keeping all that stuff in that email won't get mixed in or confused or lost or anywhere else in your personal or your high school email address.
Thank you. Western Kentucky, what is your advice?
Yeah, so I would say just take everything step by step. It may seem overwhelming at the beginning, but it's all, you just got to remember to take things in chunks. Just taking, if you try to do everything all at once, that can be overwhelming to a lot of students. So just take things step by step. But I do want to echo too, just kind of, making that own email address as well. I highly recommend not using your high school email address whenever you're applying to colleges, because a lot of times when you graduate from your high school, that email address will expire. So definitely try to, create your own personal one as well. But yeah, take things step by step is the biggest piece of advice I can give.
Awesome, thank you. Transylvania University?
I think the biggest piece of advice I would give is just be yourself. It's okay to not really know what you want yet. Or what usually the question I ask when I meet with students is if your college didn't have this one thing, what would it be? And I think just visiting as many colleges as you can, and will help you learn what that thing is. And the best way to get to know a college is to go and tour and be there if you can.
Awesome, thank you. Wittenberg University?
Hi, yeah. All of those things are really important. I think one thing is to keep a very open mind. I think you can find lots of schools. As you saw in our presentations, we have a lot of similarities. And so my big thing is to keep an open mind, visit the schools, visit all different sizes of schools, because you will never know if, and we do this with Ohio State, you'll never know if you want to be with 55,000 of your best friends or 5,000 of your best friends unless you actually go to the campuses and get a feel. And it is a feel. It's a feel and it's a fit. And so I think that that's my best advice.
Awesome, thank you. Oklahoma Wesleyan?
The one homework that our president gives anybody that comes on campus is pray about where you're going to go to school. That is kind of who we are and what we think when it comes to college. Nothing's better than asking God where to go first, and he'll show you. The other thing is visit the schools. Like they said, that's how you're going to get to know the school and know who is there and ask questions. Have questions beforehand before you get there and make sure that the school meets all those questions that you have. Don't try to just on the spot have a question, because they're going to ask you for questions. So if you come prepared for what you want to ask and what you want to know and what you want to get out of the tour, I think it makes it a more enriching experience for you.
Awesome. Thank you. Southern Arkansas.
I guess I will just say, just ask questions. If you have anything, just reach out to any of the admissions teams, especially here that are all on this call with us. It's our jobs to help you. So if there's any confusion about an application or just a small question that you might have, just don't feel like you're bothering us, because it's our job. So we'll be glad to help you.
Awesome. What great insight. Thank you all so much. And with that, we are going to wrap things up. So thank you to our presenters for putting this together and sharing everything with us. And thank you to our participants for joining. This is the last session for this evening, but have no fear, they were all recorded. So you can find any of tonight's sessions recorded on strivescan.com/national beta. And that is it for us. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.